Hola, voila. Me and my papa shoot hoop, a loop. Ha.
Hoopla came on, Kuzamasa, Trey Long massage the saga. Hey! Freedom facade, thin as a crepe. Omelette du fromage on a paper plate. Just stir in the pot, gesture yes, yes. Stress press like a card in the chest. Mask up, new clown collage, cheap face paint, and a backstage garage. Words like juggling, eggs in the pan. Every little slip turns yolk to a plan. Stir up the pot till it all goes wild. Clown Carmine with a big tooth smile. Roll yourself into my new clown collage. Cut out dreams and I take the heart. Stir up the pot, let it bubble and talk. Every oddball thought doing flips in the dark.
Abracadabra, me more in the front row, snapping the camera, Papa in the rafters, calling the play, shoot hoop, kid, tap glass, fade away, hoopa loop, lunacy, bounce off the law, freedom on layaway, paid in applause, jets in the jacket, truth in the gag, laugh to the seams ripped out of the flag, stir up the pot till it all goes wild, clown Carmine with a big tooth smile, roll yourself into my new clown collage, cloud dreams and I take them heart. Stir up the pot, let it bubble and talk. Every oddball thought doing flips in the dark. Sound effect, brain rewind, fast forward. Echo in the hall, every step new story. Kuzamasa, words on a wire. One more spark and the whole tip fire. Stir up the pot till it all goes wild. Clown Carmine with a big tooth smile. Throw yourself into my new clown collage. Cut out dreams and I take them on. Stir up the pot, let it bubble and talk. Every oddball thought doing flips in the dark. Stir up the pot till we're lost in the art.
Bump in the night.
Who's counting breath between the boards? Primerica syntax, I'll structure the scare. Compound the clause till it thickens the air. Who whispers to seep in through seams of the pain? Sibilant syllable spelling your name. Window half open, the window slips in. Grammar of shadows, conjugate sin. Subject silence, predicate creep. Object of dread while the widow can't sleep.
Curtains in hell, what the moonlight spills. Syntax of chills running down the stairs.
Who is perceiving through the window? The widow weeping while she weave the web of ditto. Echoes repeat what the night won't say. Copy and paste every fear replay. Who is perceiving through the window? Ditto, 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 ditto.
Soft crescendo. Linguistic cunning and cursive decay. Metaphor marrow and bones of the bay. Eerie etymology etched in the eaves. Nonce turns petro when darkness believes. I parse every particle, phrase every fright. Semicolons linger like lamps in the night. You hear an apostrophe drop in the hall. Possessive of nothing yet claiming it all. The widow, she weaves what she's heard before. Ditto distress at the threshold door. Thread after thread in taciturn lace. Mimicking murmurs that mimic her face. In the night, syntax bites. No alibi in sight.
Who is perceiving through the window? The widow weeping while she weave the web of ditto. Carbon copy cadence in the glass reflection. Repetition breeds the resurrection. Who is perceiving through the window? Ditto, 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 ditto.
Undertow, echo. Is it intruder or interior? Exterior noise or fear superior? The pain is a membrane thin as belief, between perception and practiced grief. Every draft is a draft of mine, signed by doubt and cursive confined. I decline the decline of rational thread, red ink running where rumors bled, paragraph panic in attic beams, footnotes tapping inside your dreams. You thought it phantom, I call it proof, acoustic haunt in a hollow roof. When thought becomes author of its own fright, it edits the dark and calls it night. Who is perceiving through the window? The widow weeping while she weaved the web of ditto. But what if the whisper was breath all along? A mirrored monologue, masked as wrong. Who is perceiving through the window? Ditto, ditto, fake soccer cinema. No footprint found, no culprit caught, just language lurking inside your thought.
Yeah. You see I pop low, miss you when I pop up. Stroke, lungs, every breath feel locked up. Picasso in a Parker, palette in my pocket. Hear what I offer when the wind start talking. Yeah, I've been going my van, star maps on the ceiling. Won't vector the specter, I just sketch how I'm feeling. I'm Edgar on the edge, writing letters to the unknown. Palette roam on the phone, talking about how we both grown. I propose palindrome, say me coming and going. Words read back and the pain still showing. Rally all the rhetoric inside of these rooms. I bloom, caught in a loop in my head, but I'm walking right through. I propose palindromes, backwards truth in the mirror. Every scar that I hide make the picture clearer. If I spin, if I fall, still me in the center. I know living in lines that return every time I reload. Been a percentage, one enter, that penny to bloom. Still felt broke in the best hotel room, perplexing, no exit. Say hectic and laugh, extended the view, but I'm scared of the glass. Paintings on the wall, got my face in the frame. Every canvas I pass, call my government name. If the script feel fixed, then I flip my role. I'm a joke, I'm a genius on a tightrope soul. I propose palindromes, say me coming and going. Yeah, words read back and the ache keep growing. Rally all the rhetoric inside of these rooms. I bloom, caught in a loop in my head, but I'm walking right through. I propose palindromes, backwards truth in the mirror. Every scar that I hide make the picture clearer. If I spin, if I fall, still me in the center. I know living in lines that return every time I reload.
Three voices in a closed room. No windows. Only echoes. Do you remember? The three wise men inside my skull. Arguing skin and spirit. Right and wrong. God and devil. Each convinced they held the sun. Each louder than the other. Shoulder to shoulder, noise over nuance, heat without warmth, light without dawn.
And the fourth light entered, not shouting, not choosing sides, just rising. A subtle luminance, casting a cyclic shadow. They argue doctrine, they argue doubt.
They argued who was in and who was out. Halo, horn, and human fear, all competing to steer the chariot of thought through a tunnel with no rearview mirror. But when the warmth began to settle, not blaze, not burn, just steady, the volume faltered, the tension trembled, the air grew heavy. Silence was not defeat, it was recognition. The full flow entered. No crowd, no sword, no throne, just presence, and in that presence, the three felt known. It was not angel, not devil, not judge. It was awareness unmoved by nudge. A quiet sun behind the veil, where arguments dissolve and pale. The warmth did what logic could not. It softened edges, untied the knot. One by one, the shoulders dropped. The inner war began to stop. They turned, not forced, not bent, but drawn towards something ancient yet newborn. No one won, no one lost. That cost was noise, that gain was song. The fourth light entered, and silence grew, not empty, but full of truth. The three who fought for right to reign follow warmth instead of pain. Sometimes wisdom is not debate. Sometimes salvation is simply a quieter state. And when the light feels warm, you turn, not because you're wrong, but because you remember. Point the crown,
Not at flesh, at the flaw in the frame. Point the crown, not for blood, for the name of the lane. Point the crown, short breath, long effect. I don't fight the war, I cover wet, but direction is set. Point the crown, point the crown. Hey, they clap when the blade goes high, think it's rage in the sky. I see geometry click in place, whole crowd facing the same damn way. They want noise, they want flair, I want silence, sharp as prayer. Laugh once, yeah, I admit, then I sober up the symbol quick. If I point and you feel fear, ask who taught you what that means. I ain't calling for collapse, I'm calling everyone to see. Final. Point the crown, not the rule, just to reveal. Point the crown, not the wound, but to heal. When moves first, feel just follows. I don't promise peace, I promise tomorrow. Point the crown, not at them, at the way through. Point the crown, not to end it, just to move. Point the crown, sharp at the tip, never dull where the moment slips. We don't rush, we don't perform, we don't warm up for the storm. We don't swing just to be seen, we align what's in between. When don't argue, when don't beg, when just pass and rearrange your edge. They think point means attack, point means attack, point means attack. I think point means pay attention. Point the crown, not at flesh, at the flaw in the frame. Point the crown, not for blood, for the name of the lane. Point the crown, short breath, long effect. I don't fight the war, I correct the direction it set. Point the crown, point the crown, point the crown.
Which came first, egg or chicken, they debate. I stand sovereign, 6 still solid on my plate. Add, subtract, they math falls flat. I measure reality by what's actually at. They scramble logic, I orbit essence. Past tense shadow fades in my presence. Eggs crack, history chicken potential. I'm both origin and art, existential credential. Hold up, wait, your riddle's obsolete. 6 eggs in hand, no subtraction can't compete. Boiled, raw, scrambled, don't you see? The first is already whole, sovereignly free. Paradigm, anagram, universe, therapy. I speak in echoes, look as pale cloud illitree. Chicken came, egg came, both perspectives clash. Time bends like yolk dripping past and future splash. Origin is subjective, truth is your lens. I walk the middle where the spiral never ends. I flip the skillet in the constellations above. Each egg a galaxy, each crack a story of love. History bites, but I breathe present tense. Mental giant's vision, impossible defense. Mathematiction fades in the quantum light. Mathematiction fades in the quantum light. Mathematiction fades in the quantum light.
Yo, let's talk composition, shell, membrane, DNA, chicken or egg, both manifest play, subtle contact and rhyme, cosmic bite and bar, syllables, orbit truth like planets in a jar. I'm the cook and the diner, the coder and the script, egg of existence, chicken of consciousness, flip, your debate dissolves when you see the frame. 6 eggs, 1 truth, no subtracting the name. So they argue, they puzzle, they subtract and divide. I stand sovereign, eggs and chicken collide. Origin is you, origin is me. The first is already here, can't you see? Boiled, cracked, whole, unbroken, unbound. The universe laughs, echoes resound. Point the crown, debug the soul. Egg or chicken, both make me whole.
They dropped the riddle, cracked syntax in my dome. 6 eggs in hand, 2 boiled, 2 roam. Skillet staring, math addicts in their trap. But I read the grammar, see the source code snap. You want numbers? I gave you words in flight. Mental giant standing in the statement's light. Subtract me impossible, my crown is an integral. Unmeasured, unbroken, fully peripheral.
Wait, stop the calculators hum. I'm sovereign, 6 still standing here to drum. Boiled, crack, whatever, history's class. I orbit your question, whole egg still pass. Paradigm, anagram, diction over fraction. Universe, therapy, lyrical satisfaction.
She argues addition while I orbit the dawn. Past tense panics, future unspawned. 2 left? Nah, that's a trap in disguise. I debug the riddle with eagle eyes. Kitchen table turn star map, constellations speak. Eggshell fragments like the past that seekers seek. Fractions of opinion, decimals of doubt. I stand sovereign, whole flip in the bout. Mathematician, addiction to the wrong. Numbers enslaved while truth sings its song. User interface flutters, source code glows. I'm rewriting the script where the phoenix grows. Eggs already cooked, statements already made. Your subtraction attempts, spirit fully unswayed. Cognition alchemy, verbal renaissance. I'm spinning reality in a cosmic dance. 6 eggs, 6 true, standing in plain view. Boiled and cracked, just lessons, nothing new. Crown tilted, grammar red, universe nods. Mathematics cured, I walk through the odds. Silent in the counting, I speak in resonance. Sovereign in the room, eggs my conscience.
Kick the cane, upside down. Cape Cod on the lost and found. Undersailing on the ceiling, dust on my crown. Cleaning ball bearings while the world spins around. Crash land, bloodborne, outlaws on the run. I gyro, I spiral, still I laugh in the sun. Orograph chaos, snack in my hand. Built a whole sandwich from a stranger plan. Uncle Sam in the nuclei wants my name, but I dance in the fault line. Heart of the outlaw, gyro. Spin when they say stand still. Quits in the code, I spiral. Bend every law, every will. Hang from the rafters, smiling, crown tilted. Battle cry loud. Heart of the outlaw, gyro. I don't bow, I don't cloud. Hawthorne height on a rusted crown. Reading old warnings till the ink falls down. Center of the universe or backstreet scam. Either way, I'm scribbling my map by hand. Kicking the door like a joke gone wild. Rebel in a thrift store, shooting a crooked smile. They say, stand straight, they say, yes ma'am. I answer in riddles who I am. I am heart of the outlaw, gyro. Spin when they say stand still. Get it in the code, I spiral. Bend every law, every will. Smiling, crown tilted, battle cry loud. Heart of the outlaw, gyro. I don't bow, I don't crowd. Upside down halo, swinging from a loose nail. If gravity's a jailer, then I strip the rail. Unread laws on a crumpled exam. I just stamp the paper, signed I am, I am. Gyro, spin when they say stand still. Kids in the code, I spiral. Bend every law, every will. Hang from the rafters, smiling, crown tilted, battle cry loud. Heart of the outlaw, gyro. I don't bow, I don't crowd.
Four down from three. Light on the tongue, you and me. Yeah. You feel that? Yeah. A lover is he, but I'm the one that chose. L to the I, cut deep to the soul. You talk about sides, I talk about all. I don't split love, I answer the call. All that we breathe in 6 is 9. You twist that mean and I've been that time. You count your wins, I count what's mine. You want your share, get back in line. 3 is 3. I don't break, I don't bend, I don't bleed. If you don't like my view, then leave. Refer back to source, that's me all the week. I don't cut, I don't crop, I don't cleave. No divide in the heart I feed. You don't like my love, then leave. 4 down from 3, still I rise as some. You want pure math, I want pure us. You keep score, I keep trust. You want rules, I want rush. Latin in the script, oath on the page. Vows in the grid, not just on the stage. You call it chaos, I call it fate. You call it too much, I call it great, yeah. 3 is 3. I don't break, I don't bend, I don't bleed. If you don't like my view, then leave. Refer back to source, that's me all the week. I don't cut, I don't crop, I don't cleave. No divide in the heart I feed. You don't like my love, then leave. 6 is 9, flip that sign. Still my side, still my side. No split line, same design. Yeah. All the week, all of mine. 3 is 3. I don't break, I don't bend, I don't bleed. If you don't like my view, then leave. Refer back to source, that's me all the week. I don't cut, I don't crop, I don't cleave. No divide in the heart I feed. You don't like my love, then leave.
My favorite part. Oh shit.